I started out just like anyone else, and every time I had a problem, it's a pound, 2 pounds.
Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you are sleeping. TLC's My 600-Pound Life has documented the unscripted lives of countless morbidly obese patients, season after season. Fans have watched them go from ordering half the menu at a fast food joint to following a strict weight loss plan, guided by Houston-based surgeon Dr. Now, on the road to a healthier, more independent life. But, unfortunately, not all of the patients who ever came on the show managed to maintain a successful weight loss, and in some cases, never lost much weight at all. Dr. Now encountered a few patients who have shown their sort of love to make Dr. Now's job impossible. So, in today's video, let's look at most controversial and bullhead participants on My 600-Pound Life. Penny Sager. The contestant from Season 2 of My 600-Pound Life featured a Maryland native, who is named as Penny Sager, is known as the TLC show's most controversial cast member to date, despite those who followed on this life-changing show. But unlike others, she is never seen making any sort of progress in a whole year of her risky weight loss surgery. In fact, there were some scenes where she was shown on camera eating calorie-laden food just like fried wontons, and even seen refusing to set goals for herself. The worst part about her was that she had been bedridden for 4 years at the time, but she didn't seem serious about her health issues. When she underwent surgery, she made a little progress by attempting to walk again, even with the assistance of physical therapists. When the dietitian advised her to eat egg whites instead of the whole egg, she got fed yet continued to follow zero weight loss. She even claimed in a preview that she's better off now than how she was before. However, Dr. Now had a different take on the situation, unlike her, as she has been trying to convince everybody that she's doing well. But it's nothing but delusional, as she is addicted to food and she'll do anything to get what she wants. But despite being given a plethora of information and tools for weight loss, eventually it's going to kill her. But she is still perplexed as to why she hasn't lost weight. Leigh Sutton. After getting gastric bypass surgery, the former contestant, Leigh Sutton, weighing 714 pounds, was able to lose 168 pounds after recovering in the hospital. But 2 months later, he only managed to lose 9 more pounds, and therefore, Dr. Now didn't seem happy. After the surgery, Dr. Now expected Sutton to lose more weight, as due to surgery, his stomach became smaller, therefore he couldn't eat as much. Sutton shared that he thinks his body is actually retaining water, nothing else, and he's afraid of being malnourished. Dr. Now asked him if he thinks that you're not eating. He replied that, "I don't want to get malnourished either." On which Dr. Now replied that, "Do you look like you're malnourished? You're overeating, and whatever you're eating you are throwing up. It means the surgery is working to hold you back when you make bad choices, and it's the only reason you didn't gain 100 pounds these last 2 months. He even said that you have been given a tool to help you change your life, as now that you had the surgery, therefore, the physical drive to have something has gone." So he suggested to Leigh that he should have to deal with what is driving you to eat, as it is the most hard part to do, and even warned him that if Leigh doesn't want to do it, then he is surely running from it to be self-destructing. Then Sutton immediately walked out of the appointment frustrated and angry, by saying that he is done with this conversation, and slammed Dr. Now's office door. Joyce Dell. It was totally revealed at the start of Joyce's episode that, being a 44-year-old woman, she still had never left her own house for like years, just because of her obesity, which made her body's condition worse. So therefore, she had been struggling to walk because of overeating, and became totally dependent on home health care 24/7. By the way, the main reason that made her overeat so she could easily cope with her past abuse. Anyhow, now Joyce's life has reached a point where all she craves for is nothing but food. Her body weighed 758 pounds at the time when her episode aired, and at a height of 4.11, she was close enough to give up. After meeting with Dr. Now for the first time, Joyce was kept under his supervision in the hospital on a controlled diet regime. But to create progress by losing weight, Joyce stunned the audience when she started regaining her weight and ended up to 58 pounds. After that disaster, Dr. Now gave her a last chance, but she still didn't manage to do her best and failed to meet her goal. And the worst part is, she never accepted her fault, and even went on calling physical therapy brutally abusive. Not just that, she also claimed that the program is failing her. Even the reason is that she is the one who refused to follow Dr. Now's instructions, and since then her failure has started. Dr. Now told her to be active as it will help her to progress, but she convinced herself that Dr. Now's program has failed her. But in reality, we all know who failed who. Angela Gutierrez. When she was first introduced to my 600-pound life's audience, it was almost apparent that Angela had been through a lot in her life and even in her journey. Well, the major was that she lost her kid's custody due to child endangerment and attempting to take her own life. Not only this, Gutierrez also started binge eating to cope with her negative feelings and to deal with this incident, and ended up gaining a lot of weight from it. By that time, she weighed in at 608 pounds and went to Dr. Now's office so she could seek his help along with her ex-boyfriend. Anyhow, for me, the most shocking and interesting thing about her case was that she had already undergone weight loss surgery once in her life before this one. So it is obvious that she had already met with unsuccessful surgery before. Or if you ask me, then I would say that she simply didn't try her hell best, and therefore, she has gained all her weight back. But this time, Dr. Now assigned her to lose her weight by following the strict diet regime that he designed according to her controlled diet. But as expected, she completely failed despite all of his struggles and efforts, by just not even bothering to follow Dr. Now's instructions given on the diet plan. So I think we all can say that she failed her first surgery and may be going back for another one to be failed at. But this time, if you ask me, then I would agree that for the second try, she must have been a bit more serious, motivated and prepared, because it seems she fell back into. Pauline Potter. Before appearing on my 600-pound life show, Pauline Potter was already infamous because she had herself certified as the world's heaviest woman in the 2011 Guinness Book of World Records. Not just that, she had even appeared on Dr. Phil, even created tabloid headlines, especially when she said she has shed her body weight by having intercourse up to 7 times a day with her ex-husband. She was weighing 678 pounds by the time when Potter went to Dr. Now's place, so she could seek his help, as her health was beginning to really suffer because of her obesity. Well, Potter even told, while being resistant to Dr. Now, that he was the one who was overreacting, especially when he wanted her hospitalized, so she could get her weight under control. But even after she had weight loss surgery, Potter continued to be obstinate, as she repeatedly bit her hands with Dr. Now. Fortunately, Potter did eventually get herself together, to much to the ire of viewers. In fact, in her follow-up episodes, Potter managed to lose 300 pounds even with skin surgery being on the horizon. Lisa Fleming. Lisa Fleming is known as the most bullhead patient of Dr. Now, just because of her stubbornness and manipulative behavior. Not just that, her stardom skyrocketed when her episode aired in 2018, especially because of her mad, crazy, and rude behavior with Dr. Now. Anyhow, according to most of the fans of my 600-pound life, Lisa episode is particularly one of the hardest episodes to watch. Actually, her daughter even revealed that she discovered real maggots one day while cleaning them, and the maggots were living in the folds of her mother's skin. To your knowledge, the real reason discovered behind Lisa's overweight on her episode, that her brother's murder made her binge eat as she can't get over that tragical death. Well, there's an example of her stubbornness. Actually, when the paramedics showed up with a wheelchair at her house so she could go to Dr. Now's place. But despite showing seriousness and maturity, she was seen having a bowl of Fruit Loops in her bed. Because of rigid nature, her case for Dr. Now was quite difficult to handle. A nutritionist went over Lisa's place to help her along the way, but she started being bullhead and controversial. While the nutritionist was going through Lisa's fridge, her reaction was so hilarious as she started doing side eyes from her bed. In a short period of time, the nutritionist found some questionable items from Lisa's fridge, a stash of junk food. such as some donuts, 2 pizza rolls, ice cream, and lasagna hiding in the fridge. But she didn't accept and acted innocent by claiming that all that junk food belongs to her boyfriend. What a white lie! Lisa has a dangerous mindset as she prioritizes junk food over her own health. Lisa should know that keeping junk food with thousands of empty calories around will slowly kill her. Well, that's all guys for today with most controversial and bullhead participants on my 600-pound life. Thanks for watching the video. And if you guys found it interesting, I would much appreciate it if you comment down below about the video and leave the thumbs up. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.